Hello, my name is Wang Weishan. Today I will present my management accounting individual assignment. With the change in economy environment and the continuous improvement of corporate system, company continues to establish their own budget management system during their development as an important means of corporate internal management and control. Budget control is based on corporate strategy through scientific forecasting and decision-making mechanisms combined with operating conditions, rational planning of corporate resource and management behavior, and full process supervision and control. In question A, we need to calculate the unit of digital television which is manufactured and sold by the K18069619 per hub. There are two things need to be calculated, which are component X and component Y. When the total cost of component X and Y are added, we will get the total production cost, which is 12,675,000 ringgit Malaysia. The number we get, we will divide by 1,500 units. So the unit cost of the digital television is 8,450 ringgit Malaysia. In question B, we need to prepare the quarterly cash flow budget for the financial year 2021. The cash inflow and cash outflow need to be calculated. Some of the costs will be received or paid in the next quarter. For example, the 80% of the skilled expert wages will be paid in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, the wages need to be paid will be 80% of the current quarter and add with the 20% of the wages from the previous quarter. According to the K18069619 per hard cash flow budget, it shows negative number of net cash flow in the first quarter, but shows positive number in the following quarters. Next, I will discuss the method to be considered if the company is considering to invest in an advanced equipment to make component Y internally. First, we need to consider the financial situation of the company. The company must have enough money to invest in advanced equipment and continue to support internal production. Secondly, the company need to consider is whether it's affordable, which is more worthwhile compared to internally manufacturing and cooperate with outsourcing companies. The company need to consider investing in new or second-hand equipment. The new equipment has not been used or damaged, but the price will be high. The price of second-hand equipment is low, but the company cannot guarantee that it is intact. Next, the company should be compare the performance and the price of the equipment so that the company can choose which equipment is more suitable for investment. The company should consider whether the production output of the equipment is sufficient for monthly or quarterly requirements. This can avoid the company facing a lack of component in the production process. At the same time, the company must ensure that there are skilled workers to operate the equipment, or it will cost money to hire skilled workers. In addition, the company must also consider equipment warranty and after-sales service. This can ensure that the company obtains support from the seller regarding warranty service, training, or repair and upgrades. The company needs to estimate the energy consumption and power requirements of the equipment to ensure it is within the range that it can afford. This can prevent the company from incurring high expenses. The company must ensure the equipment meets the current policy emission standards and ensure that the equipment emission will not cause harmful to the human body and the environment. Lastly, the inventory management should be considered because these components may not be used all at once in the production process. Therefore, the company must ensure that there is enough space to store the components and avoid inventory management problem. Next, I will talk about the factors to be considered when developing and managing budgets. First are the company goals. Cost budget management without clear goals cannot make the company obtain long-term benefits and may even have a negative impact on the development of the company in the long run. Second, the leader must understand and the current financial situation of the companies so that the leader can effectively allocate the funds. A reliable source of income should be considered in the budgeting process, which can help the company avoid the problem of inefficient capital turnover. Next, the company need to consider the expenditure when managing the budgets. If the company use no major change, then the expenditure will not change much every quarter, which can help the company manage the budget more accurately. At the same time, it's best for company to be more conservative when customizing and managing the budgets and leave some slack and room for the development in forecast to prevent sales target from being missed or delayed. When developing and managing budgets, industry analysts can provide background for many budgets decisions in addition to being affected by the global economy. The company will also be affected by industry development trends. Legislation and government regulation will affect the company's budget management to a large extent. Leaders should be make budget decisions after considering extending or pending laws and government control that may affect existing or proposed company operations. One of the factors need to be considered is feasibility. According from the actual situation of the project, make the budget indicator both reliable and practical. A company's budget need to match the company's own capability to convey a workable message to the employee, thereby achieving the effect of motivating employees. Lastly, department manager of budgetary management play an important role in success of the company's budget management. Since budget involves various process of production, budget manager must be able to understand the element and the cost of various departments. Now I will discuss about the budgetary control. Budgetary control is the control that the enterprise inspect and supervise the production and the operation activity of various departments in accordance with the income and expenditure standards stipulated in the budget. Its role is to ensure the various activity or the department fully achieve the established goals and the utilization of the operating resource in the process of achieving profits. So the expenditure are subject to strict and effectively constraints. Now I will talk about the benefits of the budgetary control. The budgetary control is aimed to maximize the corporate profits. To achieve this goal, appropriate planning and coordination of different functions have been carried out. Improve profitability by eliminating waste of the resource and making the best use of the resource. Budgetary control provides a tool for company to measure management performance by providing goals for each department, then compare the budget goals with the actual result and the determining deviations. One of the benefits of budgetary control is that it can control expenses by determining the cost budget for all departments. All departments of the organization need to keep their expenditure within the planning budget and should not exceed the planning budget. Budget control can provide a plan to achieve organization goals involving deciding in advance what the business is going to do. It is conducive to clarify the responsibility of the organization and various departments, and it is conducive to mobilizing the enthusiasm of all units and the individuals. The budgetary control also consists of limitation. The future is always uncertain and the hypothetical situation may change in the future. Future uncertainty will reduce the effectiveness of the budget control system. Budget control may lead to conflicts between the departments because each department manager is concerned about their own department goals and may try to obtain a large share of the budgetary allocation. Budget control is a time-consuming process because the content process and the method of the budget control are too cumbersome and complicated. It makes a lot of time to prepare budget and implement them in the organization. The budget system needs to be revised from the time to time, adapt to changing conditions due to the future uncertainties. The assumption will consider when the budget will change and the consumption will not dominate. Therefore, it is necessary to modify the budget target or update the framework budget. In conclusion, the effective development of the budget management is not only conducive in improving the comprehensive competitiveness of the enterprise, but also promoting its sustainable development. To adapt to the changing situation of the market, corporate managers should build a complete financial management system based on the actual development of the company. Make scientific predictions based on the development of the financial management, but budget work and make full use of the auxiliary function of the budget to make sufficient decision making. That's all on my presentation. Thank you.